Welcome to CSL TV. And I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, as well as an informational channel. And hopefully informational part help you or someone out. And we're just going to watch some videos and talk about them. Now, if you've been rocking with me, I just got to say I appreciate you so much, because you could be watching somebody else, but yet you choose to rock with me. So I just hope you having a blessed day, as well as the other folks who's new to the channel. And I don't want to make this shit too long, so let's get it.
A knock, knock, knock on their door. Marlene went to go get it, and at the door was a clown. Joseph heard a loud crack, and he saw his mother crumpled on the floor, and his friends who were right behind him, they turned her over. She'd been shot directly in the face. It is the village of Wellington.
What we about to get into, somebody got shot in the face.
We go to in this old one, just outside of West Palm Beach, Florida. A place named Takeoff Place lived Marlene Warren. Called Takeoff Place, by the way, because there's a giant runway running through the middle of the neighborhood. Marlene was born Marlene Mae McKinnon in Macomb County, Michigan. She was born in 1950, and she married young and had two boys, John and Joseph. However, the marriage wouldn't last too long, I'm afraid, for Marlene, and she later married Mike Warren, becoming Marlene Warren in 1972. They lived in Florida, Mike and Marlene, and together they ran a car rental business, a Bargain Motors, and things were doing good. The family were happy out for the most part. Sadly, John, her oldest son, would be killed in a tragic car accident in 1988. After that, Marlene and Mike's relationship would never ever be the same. He was cold to her after her oldest son died. Marlene loved painting clowns. So that takes us to the morning of May 26th, 1990. It was a Saturday. That morning at around 10:30 a.m. was Marlene Warren. She was 40 years old, 21-year-old Joseph, her son, and a couple of Joseph's friends coming around for a Saturday morning breakfast. Oh, they were all sitting there munching on their food when at around 10:45 a.m. they saw a car pull in to the driveway of their house. Now it was a white Chrysler LeBaron. A couple of minutes after, a knock, knock, knock on their door. Marlene went to go get it, and at the door was a clown. The clown held two balloons. One read "You're the Greatest." The other had Snow White and the Seven Dwarves on it, and they also had a bundle of flowers. Joseph, he was still in the house munching away on his eggs and bacon when he heard a loud crack. He thought it was one of the balloons popping, but then he went over and he saw at the doorway his mother, Marlene, crumpled on the floor, and the clown walking calmly as you like down a driveway back towards the still running door open car. So he went after the clown, but he had a broken leg. He was hobbling at best. But he saw the clown get into the car, turn, look at him, drive away calmly. Now, the clown was pretty much unidentifiable. Full makeup on, wig, red nose. The only thing he could say was that this person, brown eyes. And his friends who were right behind him, they went over to Marlene. They turned her over. She'd been shot directly in the face. Marlene was rushed to hospital.
Oh, man. Clown come to your house, shoot you in the face. Kids come over there, check you out. You dead. Now, the thing that kills me is, if they seen the person's eyes, how come they didn't say, hey, it was a female, hey, it was a male, just it was a clown?
She was rushed to hospital in extremely critical condition, and she would pass away in hospital 2 days later. Witnesses couldn't really give anything identifiable about the person. They couldn't even say if it was a man or a woman. All they really had to go on was the make and model of the car, a white Chrysler LeBaron. They had an incredible break in the case literally hours after Marlene was shot. The very same day as the shooting, a call came in, an anonymous caller phoned in. It was a woman. Now, never been identified. It's a female's voice saying, you should look at Mike. Yeah, together they owned Bargain Motors. They actually, which was, their car rental business. They actually owned a couple of businesses together, and some of these businesses were in Marlene's name. They had a second-hand auto dealership. They had some rental properties. If there was a divorce, Marlene's gonna get a lot of that. But Mike was proven to be with his friends on the way to a Miami racetrack that morning. He was alibied up the wazoo. But this anonymous caller, they also mentioned another name. Sheila Keene. Sheila also worked for a Bargain Motors as a repossession agent. And as a young 27-year-old woman, she was beautiful and she was fearless. Sheila grew up on farms in Central Florida, and she had a few minor run-ins with the law. shoplifting, but nothing too serious. She also had a habit of dressing up like a clown. There were rumors about Mike and Sheila, about maybe there was something more going on than just an employer.
Oh man, now we getting somewhere. A crazy motherfucking person is involved in an affair with a crazy person. So from the sound of it, seems like a jealousy something is about to show us why this individual got killed, why this beautiful soul is no longer with us.
Employer relationship. Marlene even suspected it. In 1987, Sheila Sheltra married Richard Keane, and together they had a son named Charles, but in January of 1990, Sheila left Richard. She got an injunction against him citing domestic violence. She moved into an apartment to her own place with her son Charles. And that's when rumors began about something going on, between Sheila and her employer. In fact, neighbors of Sheila's apartment would say they saw Mike coming and going so often from her place, they thought Mike was the husband. The investigation began, and the police had to look at what evidence they had. The evidence the killer left at the scene: the balloons and the flowers. They canvassed nearby stores, and soon they found out where they had been purchased from. The balloons and flowers, a Publix supermarket. Employees were able to tell the police they were purchased by a white woman, brown hair, who had male mannerisms, interestingly enough. And all had been purchased an hour and a half before the shooting. They also were able to track down where a clown costume had been purchased from, and employees at one particular one said that on the 24th of May, 2 days before the shooting, a tall, thin, white woman with brown hair came in, bought white makeup, a clown costume, a red-orange wig, and a red nose. On May 30th, the white Chrysler was found, identified as the one the killer clown was in. It had been reported stolen by another car rental place. In the car were orange fibers, like from a clown wig, and also brown hairs. The police would get a warrant to search Sheila's apartment, hoping to put the final nail in the coffin, to find either the gun or the costume, but they found neither, and so they kept digging. But the case was gradually getting colder and colder. In the following months, Mike Warren would be convicted of racketeering. He was accused, essentially, of repossessing cars he sold at the dealership, reporting them as stolen, and then getting thanks for the insurance. He was sentenced in 1994, and he was released in 1997. In 1999, Sheila and
God damn, that's a big insurance scam you did, brother. You done did a big ass insurance scam, but they didn't find nothing at her apartment. Oh boy, this is just getting juicy. We gonna see who the killer is, man.
Sheila and Richard, they divorced finally, and then in 2002, Sheila Keane married Mike Warren, becoming Sheila Keane Warren. 13 years after Marlene Warren was killed, they moved to Kingsport, Northeast Tennessee, and together they opened a restaurant. The police were sure that both Mike and Sheila were involved in this, but they just couldn't get that little bit to just push it over the line. They just didn't have enough to take two. And then in 2013, the cold case was reopened. Back in the early 90s, DNA was whoa, all the rage, just Jurassic Park, ooh, that kind of stuff. But, in a criminal case, the testing wasn't very, very good. It was able to tell if things were similar, but similar is not the same. Similar is not exact. But you fast forward 2.5 decades, technology had advanced to the point you could say exact. And in 2017, 54-year-old Sheila Keane Warren was finally 27 years after the murder of Marlene Warren. The hair found in the killer's car matched Sheila's, and also in Sheila's apartment. Back then, they found orange fibers. They were now able to be determined as the exact same found in the killer's car. Sheila Keane Warren pleaded not guilty to dressing up as a clown and murdering Marlene Warren. The defense would constantly uncover new evidence pointing away from Sheila, and in jail, Sheila was optimistic that she would be found innocent. However, just a few short weeks before Sheila Keane Warren was due to go on trial for first-degree murder that could result in life without parole, there was a very sudden plea deal. Surprise plea deal. Incredibly good deal she got, as in wow. This was in late April 2023. Sheila had been in jail for 6 years by this point, and she pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. The plea deal would result in a 12-year sentence, and with 6 already served, and she had always been on her best behavior, it's likely she will get out within a year or 2, tops. And so the story just kind of sort of ends, of a killer clown who murdered a woman on her front door for pretty obvious motives, having pretty obvious links in every regard, but getting off very, very easy. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care of each other and yourselves, because I love you. Mike out.
Due to technology, it took over a decade for them to find out she was the killer. Because of technology and all that stuff, back then they couldn't, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't really find out much. But you know, now, technology. But yeah, that's sad. She done killed this lady just so her and this crooked ass dude can get married and be together, man. Like, what type of shit is that? Just go ahead and divorce. Hopefully it goes well. I mean, you can't just fucking say, oh, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm not trying to this and this. And then you think you got high power control. It doesn't work that way.
This video out of Wisconsin is nuts. It all went down late Monday at a gas station in Milwaukee. This white SUV pulls up into the parking lot, and shortly after, 3 guys in hoodies start walking into the store. But as they enter, gunfire erupts from the SUV as glass shatters and people inside the store scramble to take cover. As the SUV takes off, the 3 guys in hoodies, who all appear to be holding guns, get up, and 2 of them run outside and begin to shoot at the SUV. An employee who was working at the time spoke to local news about this wild shootout.
I was busy in a customers, and one guy was come here, asked me how I am doing, and soon I said I'm good, and this shooting happened so quick. Like less than 10-15 seconds, we have too many shots.
After all this went down, police say a 17-year-old who was involved in the shootout arrived at the hospital, where he is now in serious condition. It's not clear what caused the shootout, but what is evident is this is just yet another example of America's out-of-control gun violence. This year to date, the Gun Violence Archive finds there have been more than 18,000 deaths in our country caused by guns. Police are still investigating everything that went down.
Man, another day in America where gun violence is just something you see every day, all day. Every day, all day. More shootings and killings than there have been motherfucking days in this world. Man, when it's gonna stop? And it's not like if you put a stipulation or age requirement or all this on gun, you know what I'm saying, control. It's not even the ones legally who can get the guns. It's mostly the ones who can't get the guns. So how they gonna control this type of stuff in the streets? That's a big problem right there.